So we have seen a steady stream of people coming in and out of this illegal pot dispensary located here in the downtown core. It's one of about 60 that are still operating in the city of Toronto. But many of these illegal businesses could be closing down in the coming weeks after the Ontario government warned of a crackdown. Now, tonight we'll be taking a look at how all the new pot laws are being enforced.
I find it scary. I'm a little nervous to just moving forward.
I had a phone call with 29-year-old Justin, the owner of Just Compassion in North York. He's been providing medical but illegal marijuana to clients with serious illnesses such as cancer. His very discreet store location is only detectable by a handwritten sign. Justin tells me he is taking the government's warning seriously. A $250,000 fine and a lifetime ban on taking part in the private market is enough to stop selling for now. Instead, he will enter the so-called gray market.
Well, I'll be converting my location into basically a vapor lounge for my members, so they have a safe place to consume their medicine for the time being, with just all eyes on whatever's next. I want to hashtag this no patient left behind.
Kendra Stanyan is a criminal defense lawyer, and illegal dispensaries has been her beat for the last 3 years. She tells me many of these business owners can't afford to close.
There's some indication that they will not give licenses until there's also leases already in place. So it is a gamble, and it will likely push out dispensary owners that don't have the kind of money to perhaps enter into a lease long before they even know whether they'll be given a sales license.
Shortly after the federal government announced legalization back in 2016, illegal dispensaries started popping up all over Toronto. At one point, well over 100 were selling weed. Then the crackdown began. Big plastic bags full of pot were carried out during a series of raids by Toronto police. Arrests were made and charges laid. But these owners had such good access to supply, their dispensaries would be open for business the very next day. Today, between 55 and 60 are still operating. While the government has given a stern warning.
Zero tolerance means just that. Zero tolerance.
How the new pot laws will be enforced is still unclear.
Is it going to be voluntary, or are you going to put added resources to shut them down?
We believe that these are steps that they should take. I think there's an incentive for people who wish to participate in this legal market.
To me, if we need more staff in order to enforce the bylaws and make sure the city can be safe and peaceful as a result of change in marijuana laws, that should not be at the expense of City of Toronto taxpayers. And so we've had some assurance, as you know, that we're going to get some of the money from this tax that's being levied, and I'll look forward to receiving the checks.
And over the next 2 years, the Ford government will be doling out $40 million to municipalities across the province that participate in cannabis retail.
And we don't know how it'll all be apportioned, and obviously driving while impaired is a whole new issue that's going to become significant. But certainly we would expect that more funds will be given to local police to ensure the shuttering of dispensaries and other illegal grows.
Now, starting October 17th, the only way to buy legal weed will be online from the Ontario Cannabis Store. So dispensaries like this would be considered black market. The application process, though, to open a legal pot shop will begin in December.